The Chicago Fire are back. They're taking on CF Montréal for a Saturday matinee at 1 p.m. right here at Soldier Field. This is going to be a big test for the Fire, who are still yet to win a game. Montréal, on the other hand, yet to lose. This matchup will be an interesting one for the Fire, who played Montreal in two dramatically different games last season. In the first one, the Fire beat the Canadian team 3-0 at Soldier Field behind goals from Yurios Koutsias, Brian Gutierrez, and a banger from Jordan Shaqiri. In the away game at Stade Saputo, it was a tense, very thrilling 0-0 draw where Chris Brady's saves came through in the end and made sure the Fire got a point to end what was at that time a 4 or 5 game losing streak. The team is still integrating new signing Hugo Kuipers, the number 9, who was a club record signing from the Belgian league. He hasn't scored in his first 3 games, but in the last match, he did find himself getting some opportunities against Columbus, and while he didn't score, he's at least getting into good positions after only having 1 shot across his first 2 matches. It's not just Kuipers that the Fire need to get up and running. The whole team as a whole is yet to close out any of these games, and they conceded stoppage time goals against Philadelphia and Columbus that resulted in dropping points in both those games where they could have had more and left the team with a sour taste in their mouths. Chris Brady knows that from game to game the team is getting better and better, and they've had a very tough start to the schedule, and while Montreal will still be a tough test, there's a big opportunity here to get 3 points at home.
I know that there's a lot of people talking about the actual points we've gotten away from those 3 games, but I will say that I have seen growth, the coaches have seen growth, and us as players have seen growth in the chemistry, the effort, and tactically and technically what we're trying to do on the field.
Frank Klopas is no stranger to this Montreal team. He was the head coach of them after leaving the Fire from 2013 to 2015. And while he did get them to a CONCACAF Champions League final, it was largely considered an unsuccessful tenure as the team came up short of expectations in the league. They're going to be a tough opponent. Like I've mentioned, they are yet to lose a game this season, even though all of their games were on the road. They actually beat a messy-less Inter Miami in Fort Lauderdale last week. Klopas knows they're going to be a tough test.
It's not easy to win games, but it's harder to win games when everyone expects you to win games. So when you look at, maybe this is not putting Montreal down or anything like that. When the schedule comes out and you have Montreal at home, and then you're saying, okay, this is a game that we need to get a result. So, those are the games that we need to be very careful about, and we need to prepare very well, like we have been. I don't do this. Our staff doesn't do that, and it was a reminder to the players that we can't underestimate any opponent in this league. So we have to prepare. It's a good team. They had a very good start. They're going to come in with confidence.
Make sure you're up bright and early because this kickoff will be at 1 o'clock instead of the usual 7:30 local kickoff time. The Fire in Montreal, if you can't make it to Soldier Field, will also be available on Apple TV via the MLS Season Pass. I've been Alex Calabrese for Minute Red 97.